They live in the shadow of war, racing against time, working in near total secrecy. And what they did not just change the course of history, it also changed the course of yours. Hello, and this is our channel. One life-saving discovery that changed everything. Imagine a world without phones, without Google and Facebook. A world where privacy is no longer an option because all your data has been open to the public since the moment it was collected. It sounds unimaginable now, doesn't it? But believe it or not, we were headed in this direction during the early 1980s when one man stood up to the system and changed everything. His name was Alan Weston, and he led the charge for privacy rights online. But how did he manage to change the world without even inventing anything himself? And why should you care about a man who died before the dawn of the internet? Well, let us tell you. In 1976, the Watergate scandal erupted, turning the American public against each other and the government. The media quickly jumped on this opportunity, selling newspapers like hotcakes and amassing huge profits. This left people feeling vulnerable as journalists now had access to almost every aspect of their private lives. Enter Alan Watson, a renowned computer scientist and professor at UCLA. He realized that the same media moguls who sold scandals of famous celebrities and politicians were on the prowl for ordinary people too. But this time, they had a new tool at their disposal: databases. Which meant that if these companies wanted to find something juicy about you, they probably could. So Alan Watson and his colleague, computer scientist Fred Cohen, decided to do something about it. They invented the privacy phone, a phone service that scrambled your numbers so that even if a company obtained your number, it would be useless to them. It was brilliant, but the idea never took off due to technical complications. Despite the setback, Watson did not give up. Instead, he went back to school to study law. He then joined forces with another lawyer named Mark Rotenberg to take on the big players. Together, they established the Center for Democracy and Technology in 1982. Here, Watson taught students about computer science and privacy laws while simultaneously building a network of legal experts across the United States. In the following years, Watson and his colleagues lobbied several U.S. states to pass legislation requiring businesses to delete customer data after a certain period of time. Their efforts caught the attention of Congress, which passed the Privacy Protection Act of 1980, prohibiting media outlets from publishing personal details obtained through a violation of privacy. It was a small victory, but an important step towards safeguarding privacy rights. However, there was still a long way to go. In the late 1990s, Internet Explorer was gaining popularity, paving the way for companies to collect vast amounts of user data without any regulations. Seeing this, Watson once again teamed up with Rotenberg to draft a Bill of Rights for online privacy, which ultimately evolved into the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act of 1998. This landmark legislation prohibited websites from collecting data from children under the age of 13 without parental consent. It also required websites to notify parents about their data collection practices and gave them the right to review and delete any information gathered from their children. Following this success, Watson continued to champion various privacy rights until his death in 2004. Today, thanks to his pioneering work, the internet is a safer place for children and adults alike. So next time you post something online, take a moment to appreciate Alan Weston, the quiet hero who made it possible. But wait, there's more. If you think Weston's impact was significant, check out how one man single-handedly prevented a global catastrophe. Now imagine a world without smartphones, TVs, or even basic technology like calculators. Believe it or not, we were living like this not too long ago. But in the blink of an eye, everything changed. In 1973, a groundbreaking invention called the microprocessor revolutionized the way we use technology. Suddenly, complex calculations that once took giant computers could be done on a small scale with tiny microchips. This paved the way for smaller, more affordable electronic devices that soon became part of our everyday lives. But have you ever wondered how this seemingly overnight change came to be? Well, behind the scenes, one man was silently working on a solution that made it all possible. His name was Federico Faggin, an Italian-American engineer who led a team at Texas Instruments developing a chip that could fit on a single piece of silicon. After years of hard work, they solved a problem that had stumped engineers for decades. They created a chip that could perform multiple functions, making it easier and cheaper to build smaller devices. But there was one big challenge left to overcome. How could they make this chip easier to use for other engineers? That's when Federico Faggin came up with an ingenious idea. He developed the first single-chip microcomputer, complete with its own memory and input-output circuits. This breakthrough led to the creation of the first portable calculator, putting advanced computing power in the hands of anyone. Suddenly, technology became more accessible than ever before. Soon, microprocessors were being used in everything from watches to cars to mobile phones. And it all started with one man's quiet genius. However, for some, progress can come at a cost. When Japan entered the semiconductor market, they stole trade secrets from Texas Instruments, forcing the company to shut down its operations in the country. Despite this setback, Federico Faggin refused to give up. He switched companies and continued to develop new chips. In 1980, he invented the first commercially available 16-bit microprocessor and later founded a company called Zillow, which produced chips for AT&Ts and other financial institutions. But his greatest achievement was yet to come. In the mid-1980s, he invented the first 32-bit microprocessor, allowing for even more powerful and energy-efficient chips. This innovation paved the way for faster personal computers, laptops, and smartphones. And it all started with one man's unwavering determination to push the boundaries of technology. But it wasn't just about inventing new things. Federico Faggin also helped to shape the future of an entire industry. As an outspoken critic of American complacency in the tech sector, he urged the United States to invest more in engineering education, and his efforts paid off. Today, America is home to some of the world's leading tech companies, and engineers are among the highest paid professionals. But none of this would have been possible without the quiet genius of one man. So the next time you reach for your smartphone, take a moment to appreciate Federico Faggin, the unsung hero of the digital age. Now here's a story that will blow your mind. A top-secret mission, ticking clocks, and a race against the enemy. This is the tale of one man who deciphered the unbreakable code and saved countless lives. Meet Alan Turing, a brilliant mathematician who cracked the infamous Enigma code during World War II. Working tirelessly with his team at Bletchley Park, he built a machine called the bomb that could break the encryption used by German military machines. This groundbreaking feat shortened the war by 2 years and potentially saved millions of lives. But despite his incredible contributions, Turing was prosecuted for homosexuality, a crime he did not commit. This tragic tale of persecution and redemption serves as a reminder of the importance of diversity and inclusion in STEM fields. Turing's legacy continues to inspire generations of scientists and mathematicians to push the boundaries of possibility and to stand up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. You've heard some amazing stories today, but I want to know which one surprised you the most. Do you agree that Alan Turing's work was a pivotal moment in history? Share your thoughts below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.